It's me, Nimsoni. A long while ago, I made a game called 360 Chicken. As you can see here, 0.4a. I did do a bunch of updates to it as well. After playing this again, so I just decided VR, I'm a little bit tired. And I don't mean tired of VR, I just mean I'm literally tired. So I've been doing a lot of VR recently, and I decided to play one of my old games, and it just wasn't too stable, so I decided to fix it up a little bit. You have all this sort of customization of your chicken. You can see a nice looking chicken here. You can control all his sort of separate parts here. For example, you can have a red head with a bluer tinted body, like so. Pretty cool game. But more importantly, it was, in fact I'm gonna go with default. More importantly, the game was filled with traps. Yeah, so it's a chicken on a skateboard. Don't ask why, it's just for the heck of it. Now this is one of those Happy Wheels type games, so be prepared for what happens. As you can see, what happens when you actually touch one of the traps. All of the traps seem to work perfectly fine. The game before used to be very unstable. The physics were really broken. You couldn't even do a loop-de-loop. Now you can do a loop-de-loop. Come on, chicken. Come on, chicken. Let's do it. Let's do it. Woohoo! Yep, camera needs some fixing, but yeah, you basically couldn't do that before. The chicken is far more stable. Now you can you have a separate tilt control. Left, right, left, right, left, right, tilt. The game just works pretty brilliantly. I've added these new things as well. Now this isn't actually updated. I'm not updating the game right now because I'd love to sort of work on this a little bit more. But you can see here pinball sort of things. Bang! And they actually do smack you about. And this happens. They smacked his head off. Anyways, yeah, so you've got mines. Boom. You've got stupor mines. Yeah, it's pretty cool, cool name there. Boing. And they are a lot more powerful. And of course you've got saw blades. Now here's the cool thing. There's a pause menu, of course, which works. Here you can see an exit button and restart button. But the cool thing is, the pause button doesn't just pause the game. It in fact slows the game down to super slow. It's actually sort of 1%, I believe. And you can see the saw blades here spinning as they come close. So what you could do here is sort of drive into something, and then just when you pause the game, you can see everything just sort of happen there. Chop chop. And you can see the pieces switch over to the brake pieces, and then this happens. So yes, probably not a kid-friendly game, who cares? This might not even be a YouTube-friendly game. These things are piranha cannons, so they fire piranhas. Of course, you know, what else are you going to add to a chicken game? Random spinning saw blades that actually sort of have gaps between them, so you can go between them. Here we've got those bumpers again, but I'm sort of messing around with them. This is something that wasn't in the... ouch. This is something that wasn't in the actual game up until now. There's something that I just added literally just like yesterday. I just wanted to play around with this a little bit. You can see the shadowing's a little bit broken. After I updated the game was completely broken to... Wow, his head just carried on. Completely shattered to pieces and just didn't work properly. But it's a lot more stable now. I really need to do some upgrades to this because it is so fun, by the way. And a lot of effects. He actually doesn't have tail feathers right now because I've been working on sort of upgrading well, damn it. Every bit of this game. Let's try and do the actual stunt little test area here. Oop, yeah, and failed already. Right, let's do it one more time. There we go. The jump button does work. There's a very, very slight hop, and you can see, boink. Very slight hop. He does tilt quite a bit when you're doing it. It's supposed to be extremely hard to control. That's how the game was built. It's supposed to be one of those games which is really, really frustrating, and every part about it is just hard. It's just too hard to play without getting not frustrated. Try and tilt away from the blade there. Very close. Very close. Tilt over. There we go. And of course, let's try and jump over. Oh, we're dead. Yeah. Let's try it once more. Let's take it the other way, the other route. There was actually a level of this. This is playable on itch.io, but it's a completely rubbish version in comparison. It's got all of these things except for the new bumpers, but it's not stable. It's nowhere near stable, in fact, and that's on an older version of Unity. I upgraded it. The physics just completely broke. Everything, literally everything, would freeze the game and cause infinity instead of, you know, actual physics. Numbers were jumping to infinity. Basically, as Unity gets upgraded, each time the physics engine gets upgraded in Unity, something breaks, and it breaks further on than it used to be. And of course, there's our piranha cannon sitting on top of there. There's more piranha cannons here. Yeah, something breaks every time Unity gets upgraded. It's really frustrating because mesh colliders, which is pretty much everything you're seeing here, anything that isn't a cube or an actual sphere, they get less and less reliable with every Unity upgrade. It's really, really frustrating. And that's pretty much the whole game. Let's have a look at something in slow-mo once more. Woo. Boom, and you can see the pieces. Just, oh my god, he's still alive. There we go. He's lost his wings, but don't worry about that. He can get them back by pressing enter. And yeah, the physics just works so much better now anyway. If you want to play the game, you can. It's available on itch.io. I'll probably put the links in this description as well. But it's not as good as it is right now. There is a level editor that works, but nowhere near as good as the stability of the game right now. The game is really hard to control, and he's supposed to be that hard to control. Chicken is real difficult to control, and he's dead. Well, that's this whole video. Goodbye!